Hi, everyone. We are back with another episode of The Janelle Show. I have a very special guest with me here today. I'm super excited to introduce you guys to her. Her name is Makshita Patswani, and Makshita is a social media manager. Her and I met last year. I was one of her first clients, if not her first client, to help me build my social media account for Instagram. She specializes in Instagram, and I really wanted to bring her on so that you guys could find out, ask her, I could ask her all the questions that you guys have about social media management, because I know that it's overwhelming for you guys. And I think she's just an overall great personality. So, hey, Makshita, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about you? We are meeting after a long time, no?
Yes, definitely. Um, Everybody's so busy these days. I know you have a growing social media business, and I'm super busy with all
Hmm.
my projects. So thank you for taking the time to do this for me.
Thank you for having me here.
No, it's perfect. I'm super excited. I know that social media is your passion, and I wanted to talk to you first about how you got so passionate about social media.
Okay, so back 4 years back when I was schooling and I was in ninth class, I just started doing influencing, like just creating videos, like influencing and all that stuff. And I got good reach. Like I used to get up to 10K views and then 15K, and even I growed my previous account to 10K followers. And then I felt like someone in my environment met me and she was like, "Oh my God, you have good following." And I used to just talk about social media, like these are the followers, these are the hashtags, these are the likes, and I'm getting these people contact me. So she just came and told me that this is my business and I want to have someone manage it because I don't have time for it. And I was like, oh my God, is that a job or something? So I was in touch with my partner, who is my partner in agency right now. Like we have our agency Grove Media, and then he and we were planning of having this thing, like having getting clients, but we were not like 200% sure about it. And in between we had this affiliate marketing, so we were good with sales. We had affiliate marketing doing like promoting others products. So we started working with her, and it was just a 1 month project, but she was like the first client we had, Indian client. And then we helped her build a presence to 1500 in just 1 month. And then she started getting inquiries for, like, her diet consultations and all that stuff. So from there, we got this kickstart. Okay, then let's get started. And then in December, I met you, and you are like, okay, I just want to get started. You were actually my first client, not one of the first. You were my first client, and then we had a great time working with you. 1 year was like the biggest blessing.
Oh, thank you. Um, that's amazing. That's an absolute. If you guys haven't caught on, Makshita is very young. She's one of a very young entrepreneur, and I love it. Absolutely love that she's so young and just starting her business and getting out there. Um, so I wanted to ask you about this growth that you have with your clients, because you're saying, okay, you're posting on the clients' platforms and they're able to get sales. You said consultations and they're
Hmm.
growing their followers. So tell me about that process.
Okay, so it's not every time possible the client will get sales. So what with her? Like for that client, what was the thing that she was away? She People know about her that she is a nutritionist and help people with diets and all that stuff. So once we started posting, it brought awareness in people's eyes that okay, this person is doing something which we need. And then after we posting, she was constantly contacting with them via voice notes and DMs, and then she was coming up on stories. So whenever we talk about social media plus sales, it's always not just a manager or a strategist or an expert handling it, but we need total contribution from the client. Like client has to go up on live on stories, and then that client has to contact personally via DMs. But nowadays the problem is people are so busy. So they feel like okay, whenever we hire a social media manager, we want them to do everything, like from handling their social media stories, posts, and then DMs. And then they accept that we want to get clients from there. But that comes like difficult part, because I am a person with my personality and client is a person with that personality. So content we are creating is getting created in the client's personality. And if we talk in DM, even if they give us the script, there are so many conversations, and we can't just send one DM like, hello, thank you for following and this and this, and then we just ghost them. We have to build meaningful connections. And then I have this lady I was just getting inspiration from when I just get started, Maria Vended. And I just looked at her DMs and I was like, the DMs she is having conversations, and even when I used to DM her, I'm getting constantly DMs after every 3 hours. And then when I book a call with them, they clearly mention that it's team handling, and then when she comes in, it comes with a voice note. So it's like a very strategic process. But when it comes to having social media management, so benefits of having social media management is that you get brand awareness. So let's take in person who is getting clients from Facebook, LinkedIn, or just word of mouth, and start posting content on social media and start highlighting that content on their website. So whoever goes to their website or contacts them will go and search about them on Google and on Instagram, on Facebook. They will get to see what they are doing. So when they look at you, what you are doing, and book a call with you for having you as before having you as their coach or something like that, they are a bit already on that convert. They are already converted. Like from being a cold lead, they're already warm because they see your content, they know what your personality is. Then this gives a plus point in closing the
Moshita just gave you guys a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, let's break this down.
sale.
Let's break this down. Okay, that was a lot. So what we're saying is here, you hire a social media manager to kind of help you be consistent on social media, but that does not replace your responsibility of handling your account. So she can't go live for you. She's not your personality. She's not going to be able to show your cute face on social media, right?
Exactly.
She's going to DM, you can give her a script to DM people, but the people are going to ask her things that are off script, and she can't message people the way that you would want to respond. They're getting to know your personality. They're getting to know you through your social media accounts. She can connect it to your website. They're going to get to know you even more. So by the time they get on the phone with you or they get on your website, they're ready to book because they are a warm lead. They're almost basically a hot lead. They're like, look, just take my money because I already see that we're a fit and I'm ready to hire you. So you don't hire a social media manager just to think, hey, I can't, I don't need to do this. I'm busy. I don't have time for this. Let me just hire somebody, pay them all this money, and I should get sales. You're not going to get immediate sales like that. That's not how it works. So you do have to put in an effort. It's a teamwork between her and you guys. Did I summarize it right?
Perfect. I love it. Like social media is your baby and we are the guardian, but guardian need helps from the main parent. That's
Okay.
the ultimate thing.
Okay, you're the parent, social media is the baby, and that's the guardian. This is the teacher. She's just here to teach her child, but you still got to make sure that the child is behaving itself and doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about people that want to start a social media management company. How do they start one? I know you and I met in a Facebook group. How are you building this brand, this agency? You said you have an agency now with your partner. So you've built an agency, you have people that are working for you now. How did you get to this point at such a young age?
So what happened, like when we got started, we were also not aware of anything. We took so many courses and all that stuff. Now my partner has this background of a digital marketing itself. And then I was like a newbie and like I was just interested in doing that. So we started reaching out through Facebook groups, LinkedIn, and then cold emails. And then, even we did the cold calls, which was not possible for international clients, but in the start we did for the Indian clients, that we did the cold calls, and we did like a lot of these things. And then once we get the client, now when we started, it's like a bit messy because you don't know, you don't know about the context when you just get started. So what's the one tip as I will give, if I was like when I was getting started, first thing is set up a system, like not exactly like a process, but you should have like a questionnaire, which when you onboard a client, you have all the details in there. So once you start working, you don't have to text or call client again and again. Okay, what to do next, what to do next now, and then all that stuff. Second thing, having a contract in place is really important. Like if we, whatever you are saying and client is saying, it should be written down there so it's easy. And then there should be timelines. So this is a very important thing where I was very bad at in the start. but now I'm getting so much better that there should be timeline. If I tell you that I need the content done from you, like if it's a reel shooting, so I need the video from client in 5 days, then we add it in 2 days and we schedule in next 2 days. So it's like 1 week to 8 days or 9 days, all the content should be scheduled. But if a client doesn't give you the video in 5 days, you have to mark that as clients, like the client is not giving. But when we have no like days fixed, the content will delay, and at the end, you will just create a worst quality content because you don't have time. So this is one tip I'll give every time whenever you start working. Just be organized enough to have the timelines, deadlines, timelines, and then a process where you what you're gonna do. Client should know what you are doing, and never give a guarantee to client that you will get the sale, because this is like you are doing wrong to client plus to yourself, because you will not have recurring clients. But focus on the people who really know the value of social media management and hire you for that thing. And if then you give them like the sales thing, because it depends on how much interaction it is and all that. Once we start working, we get to know that. So then if they get you sales, it's like a cherry on the top of cake.
I love that. Okay, definitely. Okay, so set up a system, have, questionnaires so that you can onboard them, have them sign a contract all the time, doing business with them, and then have timelines. When am I going to get my receivables? When is it going to get started? What do you need from me? All of that information should be all written out and detailed, and somebody should be able to check on that. I know there's a lot of systems that can be used for this. Do you have a system that you use on the back end, like an electronic system for this right now?
Right now, we are just focused on Google Forms and then Google Drive. It's like Google is everything for us right now.
Okay. Gotcha. If you guys want to set
And
up a system, you can use things like ClickUp, Monday, Asana. Those are all project management systems that you can use, that you can give your client access to the back end so they can see where you are in the process as you're building out your social media company. So, Mokshita, I would like to ask you about where you're going next, right? So this has been like a fast speeding road for you. You're so young and you're building your business up. So what are your next goals? What do you hope to achieve next?
so now this year goal is to get more, like we want to hire more people, we want to take more projects and expand ourselves as an agency and not just the social media management, because we are including different services like funnels and all, and even we have started doing that, and then expanding ourselves as an agency. And my personal goals are connecting with like-minded women, building a community of women where we can just talk about girl power, and just talking about business, because this is what I have felt in this world. This is what I have personally felt, like it's really hard to get those people who guide you heartily. Everyone wants to just take from you, but no one wants to give you. And for because of that thing, I had that wall built it around me, that if anyone asks me like, okay, this is what we can do, I am like, okay, I don't know if you are the right person I should talk to, just because I have seen so many people suffering from this. I want to have that safe community for all the women who can come in and talk like, oh my god, this is happening in my business, what can I do next? So the experts can come and beginners can come, and there's like a very sweet environment. This is my ultimate goal by the end of the year, and I hopefully I will be able to achieve it.
I love it. You can do it. I definitely believe you can do it. So yeah, you will attract the people that should be in your community. So that's beautiful. So I wanted to know, I see you have a lot of books behind you. I wanted to know if you were reading anything, what book would you suggest to the audience?
So I have read one book which has changed my life. It's The Secret. It's a movie, and then it's a short part of the book, and it's like 28-day challenge. So there are different challenges, and there's a one challenge where you have like magic rock too. So it's like a very amazing book. Anyone who believes in manifestation, abundance, and just feel like, okay, I'm a girl who believes in gratitude more than anything else. Like I am grateful every now and then, just because I know whatever I am receiving is because of that higher energy. So one book is The Secret. I'll recommend to everyone who is watching this. And another is like a Indian sculpture book. It's like a Bhagavad Gita, but it is every answer to your problem. Like whenever it's for me, it's like I've started reading it and I've gotten an English version because I can't read Hindi properly. Admitting it after being Indian, but like I got the English version, and like whenever I'm feeling sad or something, just opening that book gives so much of positive energy. So these two books. And third one is Ikagai, which I love. It's for finding the purpose. So whenever like there are a lot of people who want to get started but don't know what they want to do. So the Ikagai book is the best book they can read in that case.
Somebody mentioned that book the other day to me. That's another podcast guest. So I'm definitely going to have to check it out, the Ikigai. But I do want the link
Definitely,
to all the books that you suggested. I'm going to put those down in the show notes for everybody to
definitely.
check them out. I wanted to ask you one more question, because it sounds like you're doing quite a lot of things, but I think you've mastered this at an early age. How do you create this balance with all the things that you're doing? You're running client accounts, you're obviously on podcasts doing interviews, your regular everyday life. Tell me, how do you manage all these things?
Honestly, the one thing which I've included in my schedule and which I wanted to schedule, like include in my life was waking up early. And this is something you have also told me like few months back that waking up early makes so much better in the day. So I wake up at 5 a.m. and like I get so many extras in the morning for myself. I can focus on my content creation, my writing, my journaling, reading. And when I was waking up late, it was like just getting up, eating breakfast and getting on work, doing the client stuff, doing the sales stuff, and doing the like a lot more like the urgent stuff, and then getting back to bed. So it was not that much balanced out at that time, but waking up early makes a lot of difference. That I have like five things: doing something for my body, doing something for my mind, doing something for my personality, doing something for money. So, like, there are four actually. These four things every day, I just stick it in my to do list. Okay, I did everything for, and then at the end of the day, I go to bed peacefully. So, it's like just having, I don't believe in like, having routines and all that stuff because it's sometimes like in our business, it's like client will call us and tell us it's urgent content piece, it's urgent, scheduling something like that. Or there's so many things which come urgently. And even sometimes like booking meetings, like delay and all that stuff. So I kind of believe having a schedule is a rough schedule is a good thing, but having in mind what you want to accomplish at the end of the day, like a one big task. If you accomplish that, it's like a very peaceful sleep after that.
So, how do you manage? I like that. I love that. Thank you for that. But I'm just wondering, how do you manage these urgent requests? Because do you allow these urgent requests for your business?
It depends how urgent that is and if that's like the most urgent or it's something like because we get to know. So if it's like some content piece which has to go right now, so we will help the client at that moment because if that's something important for her business, we have to do it. But then we will, in the next meeting, we will tell them that to get these urgent requests at least 2 days in advance. And then we have our team, we just forward like if it's in midnight or something like that, so we tell them that okay, no, that's not possible. But if it's like, early at the time, so we can just contact our team and tell them, okay, this is the urgent request you have to complete. But mostly we ask them to, have at least 2 days in advance, or sometime it's like if they ask urgently, so we tell them the next time, like you have to have these things like in it, tell us in advance.
Yeah, no, definitely. Now, I just want people to know that if how you handle urgent requests for your business is totally up to you. For me, for my business, if I get an urgent request, I don't have a deciding factor on what urgent is, right? So what's
Hmm.
urgent to me may not be urgent to them. What's urgent to them may not
Hmm.
be urgent to me. But if they say it's urgent to them, then I have an urgent fee. That's just what it is. I'm running a
Oh.
business. Yes, I charge a
Hmm.
fee. Um, if it's probably an hourly fee for whatever they need, however long it takes me, this is going to be the cost for me to get it done. So that's another way that you can handle it. Mokshita has decided to just have a conversation with her client. But if it tends to happen constantly, then she might want to change her plans of how
No,
she
I
handles
like it.
urgent
I like it.
requests.
It creates more like a, it's like they know the urgency for us then. It's like
Right.
it's not just we understanding, but client understanding. So no, I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Mokshita, I really appreciate you being here with me today. I would love to find out from you how we can support you. Where can we go to check you out? Social media, websites. Where can we find more information about you, Mokshita?
Okay, so you can connect with me on Facebook. It's like under my name, Mokshita Paswani. And then I have my Instagram account, which I'm building again. So you will have the link for it now. In the podcast notes, they'll get the link for it's like Mokshita Paswani, same for TikTok and Instagram. So they can connect with me there. And then they can contact us on our agency if they have any request or something like that, or just want to connect, they can contact us on our email, grovemedia@gmail.com.
Perfect. I will put all of those links down in the show notes below. Mokshita, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Okay, thank you. I loved it. These conversations were so insightful.
Yes, thank you. Guys, you have been listening to The Janelle Show. We're here every Sunday. Have a fabulous day.